from Upper East region, then to Upper West. We are connecting Northern region capital, Tamale, all the way to where Ashanti region capital, Kumasi, and we are connecting Brong-Ahafo, connecting Eastern region all the way to the nation's capital, Accra. We are connecting Volta region, we are connecting Central region, Western region, plus the 6 regional capitals. This is the Frontline, of course, the nation's biggest investigative magazine show with Kwaku Annan, your investigative journalist. Tonight is a really mind-blowing issue. You don't have to mess it. Folks, connect right away. It's a hot, very hot. Folks, you can get this program very easy if you have a smart TV or a sharp one, either a smart TV or a digital TV or any, your quest to get the show on your TV. I would advise get a smart TV or a digital TV, or otherwise go to Go TV. If you have Go TV, flip through, you get CTV. Or if all the situation, persuade futile, just go on the social media, YouTube, Facebook, and I beg you, when you go on YouTube, subscribe to the link, my CTV GH, subscribe. So anytime this program is airborne, automatically you would be notified, and then the CTV Frontline show is airborne. Folks, it's going to blow your mind tonight. Call a friend, call a brother, call a sister. Together we sit and talk and make a sense of it all. Folks, let's get started. If you say himself, here, and agree, and same way group no so no din keke. And now weekend the weekend Frontline, and no yet din keke. They kind of mini brain, so they kind of President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, ne relative be. Now, and someone who ran a diabetes media, I don't know. I know so many of you probably might have chunk on this very issue. But I won't say media, no, I say we are keeping a low eye or we are keeping a blank eye on this very, relative of the president. And in some of our Kawabonti, serious. Tonight, I'm going to give you a playback of this relative, Emma President Akufo-Addo. And someone or the big one thing, when your friend say, Obomocheche, every suasi bekachra will say, then chamewa nyechinye. Na orei akanensem to the extent there. Wafre ahemfo akese be mienu, otumfo ose tutu the second, sante hene, wasan so atonkra ediama, your friend is saying, Osajefo amwetia oforipeni. Achimwe buakwa ehine eye onwa ne hene se wonmuntu Akufo-Addo fo. Yes, na bibia ndeda na kwem. And some of the told me who be that. Now he goes further to say afi ebusuafo no a eye onwa na ebusuafo no from the Akufo-Addo's camp no epenu ekunu dientia because we criticize Aban so much say Aban beye de ese na efata afi osisu biom kra se enipa de bebre no mo beye Akufo-Addo a wo mu na ye amobrafo na ne Aban ba power no wo mu na ese wo ma yeden wo mu wotumi in somebody waka biye very very skilled in attacks against Akufo-Addo's government hupa na wo beten sem wo wasum afi dia to so biom ne ye se there's an alleged coup plot. Yeah. An alleged coup plot to take over the presidency. Asamo bebao. No anadri se obi timenia mesremo. This is very sensitive. Per our intelligence report tonight, ya debe to honunti. Enya di diagro. Se obi timenia na obi nim mami chief of staff Madam friend saying, Frema, is it or say Frema Opare? The chief of staff, Emma Adodankwa Akufo-Addo Aben, Mesremo, Monkanchira Mami say, Anadri, Onfa Nason, Mienui, Onfam Fem, the Frontline, me pamacho. So, no one chief of staff, Madam Osei Frema Opare, Mawason Emra Hese, Fuaso FM and there. Mr. Mame. Afi the next person on also say obi tie no be frena catch and say yes onfa na sonso emfam ye wa ha the national security coordinator ora Kwaku Asmeni Mr. Asmeni mo wasomre fi hamaye yeah enti Mr. Kwaku Asmeni the national security coordinator Mr. mo wasomra ha now and somewhere that punusunie Akufo the relative way and some de begu anadwe wo bete wasum. Number 2, an alleged coup plot. Coup no eba ne sen and a coup no ente eba besie. Why no so na sise coup no? Afi the story atwa to ASM. On Wednesday mobekaya ye the first you can say expose eba e kwanye fa so a tons of cocaine tons of cocaine was hidden in a 2-flagged Gulfstream aircraft belonging to the United States. Ebe lande wa Kotoka International Airport. Na cocaine na ye muma. Plane bedru ya cocaine na disappear. Tonight, we say on Wednesday, the part 1 of that expose. Tonight, I'm not going to give you the part 2, but there's a fresh intelligence report about the missing cocaine. And then 2, how aircraft in the Bellande. Make us say the aircraft is still in the custody of the government of Ghana. Make us say aircraft is hidden at the Air Force base in Tumintunkoe. Aircraft in it belongs to the United States. Tonight, brace yourself. The Ebanano. Yeah. Na asemu ebesi ha na dwene ho mesramo obi nim Kwaku Asmeni a mon friend na mon kan chance ye say oma na so emre ahase why ai oma na so emre ahase papa na ensem na eba no ano eden yesre no oma na so mra Kwaku Asmeni chief of staff also yesre ma waso emre ahase na bibia ende dana kwemu kama Yes. Now, but before yebeko bibia so no, the atene say, say Ghana hano adie bi koswa as far as our social corporate responsibility is concerned. So what should sports discipline or how be brave na sports discipline enko ye. But as part of our corporate social responsibility, so sheni aboa sene ya sports disciplines, and also enyoma ebetimi akoye. Say last na me mamo statistics be say we share even African Kappa. Say Ghana J African Kappa na it was Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah era. The next African Kappa Ghana our head of state Lieutenant General Kutu Ichampon Breso, I think somewhere in 1975, NAJ African Cup. After boxing, I did here. Say the only time where say Ghana, focus so kakra, boxing, so I say Azuma Nelson by equation, and after say Azuma Nelson, hanging the clothes, the gloves, say the rest ni na Adrian said Jama, sa boxing aside, and shada enyeden and fire honsa no we need to encourage all of these defense and boxing and any other disciplines ni na nyoma intimi enkoyem. Now tonight me ba be interview abrantie bia ono so chese odi akotene papa ewo boxing nim na say Ghana yetumi eboama sports disciplines in boxing na sifonia ne ye momo a bit of an attention near senior nyoma ACT. Tonight I'm going to speak to this very boxing guy, Samson Segbeji, a welterweight division, and Ushemwan. Wakunto kwa makumakun 8, we really 7 out of 8. Not just say, why dear Papa Nina, so he won those fights, through what knockouts, and that's very significant. Currently, we're in a position now, UBO African welterweight champion title holder. The next fighter Obabe Kono, and the reason why I'm here tonight, me person nini din komono 24th of November 2024 at the Bukom Boxing Arena, where he's going to defend his UBO championship and fight for the Ghana National welterweight championship against Isaac Kome. Yes. We need to also give some premium to all the sports discipline. But folks, answer the Ebeshasi and Unibe Room, the Ghana Speaks Remo, proudly sponsored or brought to you by Ora Blaster. Ora Blaster for na di omo kan se. Enu na migusu na me no kasa mesre wo. Bomodin asase no a wo ye den, wo di hu akoniaba no ento kwa wo so, litigation wo so, wanye careful obi beku ato akene. The worst scenario or the worst case scenario in Christ, umbetimi di edura kwasho eku ato akene. Ezan say abrine ya ukwa asase ne so a na ye twen sekan edidi wechi enkotokuro ensrada etuo enem ne ade di wechi na msi jato ho na bra menye fenesen menye aswoden mepacho wo ya aswoden a de besi no ebe ha adwene enti no mesrew bomoden na ye den na hwe ne se at the end of the day no ubetimi enya asase we bia would be quite see wood and come say your pension house or say big crowd person go into real estate and now person go into a kind of saying hospitality, any of them. Ora Black Star for iron very, very easy. Assassin so papa are making 70 by 100. So come problem be anyhow. We my dear. But more dear no china me call Ora Black Star for 053 617 6327. Womana man na da screen is no money we den eni nkomo kama wate me be you masa se e de a kire ebra wo mo nsase no e woni na o greater Accra ha kwa benya kaswa breaku danger botiano amasaman ensawom ni na ebi wo ha ubetimi akọ na o metwa bia ma wo mutwa ma won so a akonya wo ho se ye de electricity eco site wo access road ewo ho ensuo ewo ho ube Kwaku siudan we sini kakran so person go into real estate of course uko sidan ewo sansa is now the amount for rent and now say hospitality hotels nam ne ade akonya ewo ho ema utimi na take a listen to Ora Blaster for no monsasa.
Ora Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority. They are all the same.
Oh, me I fear back to answer my mind cement. Make Canada. Listen to Obama. Obama ya trofo. Put it a party na. Papa. And also this. Papa, I'm the leader and founder of the Liberal Party, LPG. Nobody said, Papa, I better this situation and the next situation. Now let me tell you the vision of this man. No, I don't know about the president. I will let you walk and say the man over children. Sana the young, I'll let you children. Was soon be 500,000. See what and there. Hey! Is your way and was soon be next to 2,000. So I'm a president. One more among the I'll vote for number 5. Madam, after 2024 election, Metro Yama LPG. Mama posters in the campaign. Number 5. I said to be an AS.
Ora Black Lifestyle Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwaku, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority. Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwaku, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV.
Great, folks, welcome back. And this is the Frontline, of course, the weekend Frontline, folks. I am Kwaku Annan, investigative journalist. Now, folks, as part of this program, our social corporate responsibility, you say a bit of an attention to our sports disciplines. Very, very crucial. Now, what should be sports? And the Grams Matizia say Ghana Blaster for Kromo match, and I mean, saying, I told you by now, where I say Blaster for Ashabak, we 104 and I say, I mean, we can you imagine? Na Ghana leading in a year in SMP, but and you know, penny dolly sports discipline FC to me, yeah, sports, athletics, near me be now tonight. My guest, I'm in a studio, I'm BBC and some Makumia, Samson Segbeji, or a boxer, and of course, the title a welterweight division. I wakun to kwa Makuma saying 8 Ninas within Kunim Ewo, fence saying 7 Ninas so knockouts now. Yankopon ya aduma on the 24th of November ya busumi ya obabe bo ntokwa obekonto kwa kese ewo Bukom Boxing Arena na hono na obabe kon na waje title na ye UBO championship, and then also obe fight for the Ghana national welterweight championship. No one ne babe kon one Isaac Come and one ne babe kon na Samson Segbeji Ewo studio has say, and then I also have Dr. Doe David Youngbe on our CEO Emma Doe Fitness and Bones Strengthening Center. Folks, welcome to my studio. Great. Now, let me start with you, Samson. Samson, yes, tell me how you entered boxing. What motivated you to enter this arena?
Thank you for the question.
Great.
I love boxing.
Good.
And money may motivated me to enter boxing.
Money
may weather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. But when you were growing up, I mean, did you actually, as it were, yearn to become a boxer, or for whatever reason?
It was a dream.
Dream, I see.
Yeah. That I can be a boxer, and I've been dreaming about it.
Really?
Yes, please.
I see. What about, do you have any motivation coming from any Ghanaian retired boxer or some sort and all of that?
Yeah, I love Ikote. I love Ikote so much, and I love Isaac Dugbe, which comes from Volta region as well.
Oh, I see. And you also come from Volta region,
yes,
right?
Yes, please. I come from Adidome, Bakba.
Oh, I see.
Adidome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It does appear the Volta region is producing quite a number of boxers, but we haven't taken a sharp focus on that yet.
Yeah.
Now, you fought about eight so far, 8 fights, correct?
Yeah.
And you've won 7.
Yeah, I've won all the 8.
You've won all the 8.
7 came by way of knockout.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Then you are really strong.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that you are really, really strong.
Yeah,
I can see your hands and all of that. Wow.
Yeah.
I wish that you and I can have some rehearsals in the ring and all of that. Good one. Now, Samson, tell us a bit about yourself, growing up and all of that before you entered boxing. Who is this Samson Segbeji?
Oh, Samson Segbeji is the guy that from Bakba Adidome in the Volta region and stay in Ashaiman. And I started boxing the year 2017.
Oh, wow.
And
good.
Well, I traveled all the way from Ashaiman to Jamestown near Osikain to train every blessed day.
I see.
Yes.
Then it's really like a dream come true.
You know, boxing is not easy, so you need to train all the time.
And a lot of discipline comes to it.
Yes, please.
I see.
So you need to train all the time. So that's how I started. I started gradually, and I got people that also liking my game and believing in me, seeing what I can do. So they didn't even give up on me.
I see. Can I say money also motivated you one way or the other? That you hope that, yes, of course, you have to get money out of that?
Oh, I'll say from the beginning, money didn't motivate me as well. Money didn't motivate me from the beginning.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Good one, good one. Dr. Doe Youngbe, of course, you are the CEO of Doe Fitness and Bone Strengthening Center, right?
Yes, sir.
Doc, you are his fitness, if I may say so. Yes. What have you realized about his work and what has motivated you all this while still to be with him all up to where that the journey may come to an end?
So for me, usually it's a thing of pushing people a lot. If you have a goal and you are disciplined and you are a bit proactive, kind of, I'm always open to help. I like to push athletes a lot.
I see.
If you look at some videos of V&I, you will realize that I push him a lot.
Really?
The sort of training I put him through is not...
Wow.
So what actually motivates me or keeps me moving with him is that he's disciplined, one, he's hardworking. And for me, if you are not hardworking, no, I can't do it.
I see.
I would always want to talk to you, do this. And if you listen a lot, I'm the type who likes to listen to people. So if you also listen as an athlete, we are good to go.
I see. At what point, I mean, do you try to ignore his weakness and still to foster with him all till the end of the journey?
As for the weaknesses, everyone has one way or the other. We all have our weaknesses. So if you want to concentrate on that, then you have to, let go. So I think, sometimes when people have a goal or when they set a goal for themselves, there are certain things you would look out for. How they are able to push themselves, how they motivate themselves also, and then how they listen to you when you talk to them.
I love that one. How they listen to you.
And then sometimes when you give them something, maybe a task to perform, how they are able to go about it. These things actually would, keep you moving with them.
I see. So from where you sit, do you see, per your calculation, do you see that bright future coming out of him, or you believe that, hey, yes, I see the bright future, but yet there are still some roadblocks and setbacks, and how do you deal with
roadblocks? I think usually those ones will be excuses. For me, I don't believe in excuses.
I see.
The future he has, I would say, I believe 1000% in him. The belief I have in him, it's massive. I can't even explain that to you.
I see.
So for me, I wouldn't say much. The belief I have in him.
Somebody is asking a question. Why Volta is producing a lot of boxers in the recent history. Is there any connection somewhere?
So I wouldn't say.
It used to be maybe from the guards. We see a lot of the guards into boxing and all of that, but now it looks as though the switch is going to Volta and all of that.
So I think naturally, Voltarians are hardworking people, and naturally you will see that usually you see everybody is going into the education aspect and other aspects of life, but I think the sports aspect also are things that we do, but I think we don't talk much about these aspects. They are always underground and all that, but now we need to. I see it's a thing for us to push them.
Exactly.
So if it's football you want to play, we need to push you. If it's any kind of sports you want to do, we are open to pushing them too.
I see. Good one there. Now, on the 24th of this month, he's going out there. Tell us more about this very upcoming fight.
The last bout, I actually said that we cooked him. Let me just put it that way.
Okay.
We cooked him. Sports-wise.
You cooked him, eh?
Sports-wise.
I see.
Because I'm sure one of these.
And then the money
as for me, dear.
Wouldn't me see just so.
Me Niagara.
I see.
In India, me Niagara. So the last bout, there were some few hiccups here and there. Then I said, look, subsequent bouts is going to be something else. So we've done so many things already. We barely have. We have like, let's say, roughly a week to.
Finally to
go to the bout, and we've done a lot of preparations, and I think this one is going to be an exception. It's going to be an exception.
How well do you know his opponents, Isaac Comey?
All I need to know about him is that all I have to say we want to win. You see, so knowing much about the opponent usually should be with the boxer. He has to study how the person likes to fight. They have technical terms for that, and then also for me, we also need to do our homework.
That's right.
Now the goal is there. They've set the goal. It's our homework we need to do.
Exactly. So great one. Let me throw that question to him now. Samson, how well do you know your opponent, Isaac Comey, and how ready, mentally, physique, all of that? How prepared are you to meet Isaac Comey?
I'm 100% prepared for Comey because I've heard he had a lot of experience in the ring because he's a kickboxer before turning to a professional boxer. And one thing is, boxing is different. Boxing is not like kickboxing, and boxing is much stronger than kickboxing. So whatever that he will be bringing to my yard or my table, I will just come in to show him I'm stronger than him. I'm Samson.
Yeah.
I'm stronger than him.
Are you trying to, as it were, borrow the architect of Samson, the Bible?
Yes, of course.
I see.
The one that destroyed the Philippines gate. I'm that Samson.
I see.
And so I'm coming like a kick crowd. I'm coming kick crowd. So what they said he's well prepared because if you watch my training, I've used his picture around my punching bag. So all the time I'm hitting it. All the time when I see his picture, I feel like destroying him.
I see. You are even infuriated, kind of.
Yeah. So I would say 110% prepared for Comey.
Great.
24th.
So on the 24th, we have to
we are not going distance.
Eyes at Bukom Boxing Square.
And all eyes on Samson Segbeji.
I see.
Yes.
Good one. Now, before I let you go,
yes, please.
What is it that you, the boxing arena, you are expecting that the government should do, as this very sports discipline is really picking up?
I would say investment when you come to Ghana boxing, the investment of Ghana boxing, they are not doing well, and I'm urging the elders and the dignitaries at the Ghana Boxing Authority. They should take measures well so that they can help with the youth and the people that are from the street, because a lot of people want to come into boxing.
Exactly.
But the way things are, it's not helping. And they know, the Ghana Boxing Authority know that there are certain measures that they have to put in place to keep helping boxers, and they are not doing them. So they should just watch to that, and so that they can solve the little issues around that corner, so that boxing can be beautiful in Ghana, because we are hard workers.
Yeah.
We want to go and sell Ghana out there. And if you could see, for now boxing is doing well.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. For now we don't have any world champion though, but boxing is doing well.
I see.
Because a lot of Africans come here just to come and learn boxing and go. And when they learn boxing over here and go out there, they are doing well, especially Nigeria like this. They all come to Ghana and learn boxing and go back to Nigeria. But right now Nigeria is doing better. Really? Yes.
Nigeria is doing better, and I believe that this is also because of, you know, the lack of push, financial aspects and all of that. Folks, yeah, share just a short clip about Samson Segbeji and some of the things Samson has done, you know, quite remarkably. Take a listen to Great, folks, welcome back. So that's just a short clip about Samson Segbeji and the Nyama training grounds. Well, with the hopes on the 24th of November, obetimi akọ na wakodi nkwenem na nina na abwama sports disciplines in Ghana na etimi akọ suye na mamembra na me no mo wrap up. So Samson, as we wrap up, what would you tell your fans out there gauging the space, those who are looking forward to and all of that? What would you tell them?
To get ready.
I see.
So that they will come with a massive support on 24th at the Buko Boxing Arena, because it's going to be a massive fight.
I see.
And I want to bring the title, in the national title, to Ashaima.
Promise you.
To the Volta region for us to celebrate big.
I see.
And also, I want to use this opportunity to thank my personal doctor and my physical trainer, Dr. Do Yengbe. Yeah.
Sitting right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
and when you want, you are looking for a better treatment, I want you to locate Dr. Do Fitness Center at Bechile Junction.
I see.
So that you get well treated, so that you can, the footballers and the boxers as well, they have a lot of problem about their shoulder, their ankle. He's 100%
into fitness.
Okay. And he can get you fit. And you will be very, very, very strong. So I'll urge them that they should locate anytime that they are feeling they are not fine with their bones, any part of their.
So as far as you are a boxer,
yes, please.
Are you also directing some boxers to him to help them?
Yes, as well. Because any problem, because a lot of boxers have a shoulder problem, and mostly they have a lot of shoulder problems. So as I'm talking to you, I had it before, but right now 100% fit and still working. Good. So I'll plead them, whatever they have, any dislocation with their bones, the footballers, they should just locate
him.
Dr. Do Yengbe.
Good one.
Bones and settings center at Bichile Junction.
Great one.
So there you go.
So what would you say finally as we gauge the space on the 24th of November?
So with regards to the athletes and all that, you mentioned that the support from the government and the GBA.
Yeah.
I think also what I see, there are some few loopholes that we need to address, which is the way the athletes train, their diet, how they are able to do proper assessment when they have injuries, and then how they are able to treat them. I think most of them are nursing injuries. You go into one time, I think I watched about two athletes had injuries. I think midway into the fight they had issues and they couldn't continue. So I think we need to address that. Then we also need to look at the trainers who handle these athletes to take good care of them. And then also I think boxing in Ghana is a big investment that I think people should look at. And then also an athlete like Samson, it's a big one.
Good one.
I think people should look at this.
He said something, and I want you to end on that note. You are into fitness and all of that, and he's directing the traffic to you that boxers and all of that can contact you and all of that. So if you're a boxer, nasa opese unya proper fitness and asefwa o contact the Frontline programmer, you be director and I be assistant with me. But is it also open to outsiders?
Yes, so I'm not just specializing, I'm not, what do you call, into sports medicine only.
Oh, okay.
It's general TCM, traditional Chinese medicine.
Oh.
So anything, chronic spinal issues, whether with your neck, mid-back, lower back.
And then
I would even do something for you before I leave. I will do it.
I see you.
So I'm able to treat anywhere.
Oh.
So starting from the minor issues like headache, trigger finger, spondy, usually
spondylosis, whatever you call it.
Just mention it, but we have differential diagnosis.
I see.
So we have differential diagnosis.
I see. That's good.
That's good. Everything that is sciatica. So it depends. It depends on what the issue. We need to do proper diagnosis.
That's right.
Test. We need to run proper tests and then be able to diagnose exactly what the issue is, and then schedule treatment for you.
Great.
So I'm not just into sports medicine. I'm into other diseases as well.
I see. Yes. Good one, folks. Yes, one ton area unyan redro, but from the perspectives of the two on there's also a very good reason why in here on something segbeji and but also with here share now problem is contact Frontline. Number na good screen is going to be direct no direct em work on home and to me asho. Very, very important, folks. Na yaria adokru nipa no ano edene and take note of that. So doc, you better want to mobile. Now, if you have some last word to be for
yes, so we'll be having a press conference this coming Sunday in Ashaiman. So please look out for his social media handles.
Good.
We'll put the date and the location there. The date is it's on Sunday, which is actually my birthday. So
I see. So happy birthday in advance. Yes. Oh, this very coming Sunday, tomorrow next.
Yes.
Okay, and the time for that press conference?
I think it should be
in the afternoon.
3 now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And the press conference is towards the bout, right? Okay. All right. Thank you.
And I want to use this opportunity to give some shout outs to my bosses in Ashaiman, Albert Ayibo, my manager. Special shout out going to him, and Honorable Adam Gaddafi Kuda, independent parliamentary candidate of Ashaiman, and Zipito Eric Voyi Brown, aka The Don, and Dogby Mati Vogbedo, and Nelia.
I see.
And Kuda and Muda.
I see.
Special shout out going out to them.
Good one. Folks, in Tiaha Enamide Samson Segbeji and then Dr. Do Youngbe Medombesi. Of course, social boxing said the course were boxing for me growing up, the Nipa and Minimane Azuma Nelson. Until lately, then we see all these young up and coming Womusu boxing. But on say GBA as Dr. Noah Kano, Yenshada Momo, that's sharp focus no. But we have to encourage them, the media, everybody. No mina subiti me akwa amanone akwa yejuma ma womudi nyam sheke se dia brama Ghana nyoma akwa. I believe say yina no, let's contribute our best towards this very investments way as far as boxing is concerned. Make a short break me bar. We sail straight into Ghana Speaks and Nemun Sem. Stick and stay, I'll be right back.
Experienced presenters for all the unbiased in-studio discussions with very knowledgeable experts.
Ababia yebenya edefe police stations ahodwa ewo Ghana for na yebenya mre iya sone so kroden amemu ate iya dia somo
enti yedi yelibedi abato nechi na ne bepie wa abato mu bia no yamam ehunu
kaye ho ewa kra 100.5 FM class 91.3 FM CTV Ghana's #1 television and our classfmonline.com. Your affiliate stations are who working which your Ghana have bia no for sabekaye
abato mre sabe so hu abato no nsusanso a koso full of class media group your election strong group.
Charlie, these MVP guys, then finish us.
Mo, why they lament like that?
Mauli, you know they Ghana. The MPP tell we say they can't protect the public purse. The purse safe, then TIFA, how to protect the purse. Corruption, left, right, front, center. I not see some before.
This matter you won't talk for here. A 10 one corruption scandal. PDS, Ejapa, Skytrain, COVID, stolen excavators. God save then take do see the National Cathedral. These people, we for collect all one money from them.
Boys, boil up. You guys for cool down. See, we go recover all our stolen funds when John Mahama comes to power.
In this Ghana, how you go do it?
Operation Recover All Loot. Oral for short. John Mahama go investigate all cases of corruption, then prosecute all those found culpable, then retrieve all one stolen assets and funds. They take develop this country.
Shut up! Those way they run the public purse, where they steal one land, they destroy one water bodies on top. Where they walk about, they tell we say make we vote for them, no. We for jail them all. Oral, they come like a kite.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
It's party time. I'm watching them there. Ola Bawo. As I introduce to you, Safari Zoom Flex live on Ghana's #1. With Zoom Flex, you can join the fun wherever you find yourself via Zuma. Ella, don't shake the body. But it's Friday. Of course, time is 10 p.m. sharp on Ghana's #1 with the man them DJ Last Week Official. We say Ola Bawo.
Give me the move. Give me the vibe, give me the move, give me the vibe, give me the move, give me
CTV, Ghana's #1.
The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV.
Great folks, welcome back, and of course this is Ghana Speaks. And I'm Dimu Rumana, and the show is Frontline. I'm Kwaku Annan. Folks, Efa Yidri, brace yourselves. Yeah. Anadri me betchra kwanya efa so a coup plot coup a coup anta bay na so be hye ye behwe sa coup no ho nsem makam afi Kotoka International Airport two then flagged Gulf Stream belonging to the United States aircraft too, and also Edasusi horses here make us say cocaine, egum cocaine naira aircraft in the CCO. By the way, aircraft in the airbag Ghana no, we nya permit and odi be ra Ghana's airspace and or manager and or lande or Kotoka ho. Oni permit. But why penny bay and or ma kwan and aircraft in the base ho? Tonight, you be visa Ghana and penny for and some will be PA. Brace yourselves. And on America, some Momo Dia, Mammy, Madame Frema Opare, So obinim na ontonkra ema ne se me say onfemye naso anadwe. Afi obisu nim National Security Minister no so a eye owura Kwaku Asmeni no so a onka nche ne so no so oma na somre fi ha. So baby Adrian, let's go straight into politics of today. Takes us to the ongoing developing story, the Supreme Court versus Parliament and the standoff. See, Supreme Court ne Parliament be omujene de I to say wenum kuta Tomahawk, wenum su kuta cruise missile obier to tunise. A senior legal luminary, Kwaku Annan, has exposed the path of the Supreme Court ruling against Speaker Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbane's application. Lawyer Penny Kesiya Ora Kwaku Annan enso de nsem bia beto ho asansem no ne kwasem emu ohu pa na we bia nsem bi so a ekoko expose Supreme Court anamo a wonu mutu sabre na sen ena ora Kwaku Annan odensam no totoye. Take a listen to him.
You know, the idea of asking for a stay of execution of a ruling of the Speaker, there is really no legal basis for a stay of execution of a ruling of the Speaker. The court, the Supreme Court and other courts have the authority to stay execution of decisions within the court system.
Okay.
But you don't apply for a stay of execution of something that happens within another arm of government, which is the arm of the Speaker. Now, the impression was given that because this is a matter for interpretation and so on, you know, the idea of asking for a stay of execution of a ruling of the Speaker, there is really no legal basis for a stay of execution of a ruling of the Speaker. The court, the Supreme Court and other courts have the authority to stay execution of decisions within the court system.
Okay.
But you
now,
don't
he goes further to share yet another thought and set precedent to back his claim. Oka we na nso wasan ada sembi so edi. Now what say in law no ye ka bibi say you need to set precedent. Precedent say enema bi wo mu a esi deda eno ne ye hwe so ne ye de ahwe say enne de esi no sa na no sa na ye enu nti won say ye wakase bia na ye ka twikase bi ye ka say na no say ene ye no nti say ya ye bi dade a na chese na akoye abakwasam, and that's exactly what Kwaku Annan is trying to refer the Supreme Court to it this time around. Take a listen to him.
The Supreme Court, when it is faced with a matter in which somebody runs and says interpret,
right,
they don't automatically say there's an issue of interpretation.
Okay.
The court is guided by its own precedent,
right,
in which it talks about what qualifies
an interpretation,
invoke its exclusive power.
Okay.
And they make it also clear that other courts also have the responsibility to apply the Constitution. And of course, in applying it, they also do something that you can call interpretation. But when we talk about the exclusive jurisdiction, it is based on certain parameters. So here's one of the statements that was made in the Supreme Court in respect of the Alban matter, for instance. You know, the statement was made very clearly in the judgment of Justice Berger. He makes reference to another earlier decision of Chief Justice Archer, in which Chief Justice Archer, as he puts it, came out forcefully in support of separation of powers and the principle of non-justiciability of certain matters in these words. The Constitution gives the judiciary power to interpret and enforce the Constitution. And I do not think that this independence enables the Supreme Court to do what it likes by undertaking incursions into territory reserved for Parliament and the Executive. This court should not behave like an octopus, stretching its 8 tentacles here and there to grasp jurisdiction not constitutionally meant for it. So this was what one of the judges said. There are other statements in that case by other judges, all pointing to the fact that the Supreme Court should be careful in not venturing into the territory of others. Now, so when the Supreme Court, without even giving notice to the Speaker, so that the Speaker can at least let his side of the matter be heard, when it does that, it's very problematic. And the Supreme Court, again, has itself said that when there are previous decisions, it has to go by them, because that's what the Constitution provides. Article 1293 of the Constitution. There again, very clear. The Supreme Court is bound by its own previous decisions. Unless it wants to depart by stated reasons, then it can do so. But here, the court did not even make reference to any of these previous decisions because, frankly, they did not give the Speaker a chance to put before them his side of the case. So based on Honorable Afenyo Makin's ex parte application, as we call it, they made those pronouncements about the orders. Now, those orders are also very problematic because when you look at the writ that Honorable Afenyo Makin put to the Supreme Court, he wanted an interpretation of 97(1)G. You talked about G and H, but in his writ, he actually did not say G and H. He said G.
Right.
So H, which is about Honorable Esiama, the Deputy Speaker, was not part of what he took before the Supreme Court. People lose sight of that.
Right.
Now, so if he took G to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court had no basis for bringing in orders in relation to H.
Right.
Because that's not part of the writ. Additionally, as I think was pointed out by counsel for the Speaker when he tried to set aside the writ, you have a situation where the papers that were filed by Honorable Afenyo Makin were deficient in terms of the rules of the Supreme Court itself, because the rules of the Supreme Court required Honorable Afenyo Makin to have an affidavit that supports, verifies the statement of case that he filed. Because an affidavit involves somebody stating on oath certain facts, and on that basis the court can act. In this case, there was no affidavit. So all that was in the statement of case lacked verification. And essentially, when the Supreme Court in its ruling was talking about things like constitutional crisis and so on and so forth, it was relying on things in Honorable Afenyo Makin's statement of case which had not been verified. And therefore, they could not be relied upon as evidence before the Supreme Court. And when you have clear rules which require that for such an originating process, you must have an affidavit. Again, there is judicial precedent for insisting that in those circumstances, the proceedings are void.
Right.
So they should not have proceeded without at least taking account of the fact that there was a deficiency in terms of compliance with their own rules. So that again is a problem. As I said, there are multiple reasons.
But let me, forgive me for taking you back just a little bit. You talk about invoking the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to interpret certain clauses in the Constitution. Are you saying, with the precedents that you give out, that even in this matter, that jurisdiction had not been invoked?
It had not been properly invoked by Honorable Afenyo Makin's writ before the Supreme Court.
Okay, so then takes me back to the question that I asked you earlier. What would you have had them do?
What would the Supreme...
What would you have had Afenyo Makins, for instance, and the Speaker do?
First of all, the Supreme Court, I believe in this context, using its own rules, should have pointed out to Honorable Afenyo Makin that there was no affidavit verifying the statement of case that he had filed before them. And therefore, his writ was deficient. And they could not proceed on a deficient breached. I think that would have been a simple end to the matter. Secondly, if the Supreme Court wanted to give any guidance to a plaintiff who has not complied with their rules, they would, again, just refer them to the rules and give them the opportunity, if they thought appropriate, to correct those. Because, again, the rules of the Supreme Court will make it clear that non-compliance shall be a bar to further proceedings unless the Supreme Court waives that. There's nothing in the record which tells us that the Supreme Court waived anything by way of, sort of dealing with a non-compliance that there was, just on the face of things. So then the reason all these things are important is not just because of technicalities. The reason these things are important is because the rules enable us to ensure that things are done properly in an orderly fashion, and that whatever then comes authoritatively as a pronouncement of the Supreme Court is an appropriate authoritative decision that we can all go by. But where we see so many errors in terms of how the proceedings have gone, it just undermines the authority of the Supreme Court. And this is really important because, again, as I said earlier, all of us have a responsibility to respect the Constitution and to ensure its enforcement. So, for instance, if you go to Article 3 of that very Constitution, it makes it quite clear that if any attempt is made to go against the Constitution, we all have a duty to resist it. And that attempt can be made not just by people wearing military uniforms, it can be made by people wearing wigs and gowns as well. So we really have to take seriously our responsibility, all of us, to be familiar with what the Constitution provides. The Constitution is not just some arcane set of words that lawyers can, indulge in and that judges can make pronouncements of. The Constitution, is the supreme law of the land, and it's very clear in the Constitution, for instance, that the exercise of that judicial authority itself is on account of the sovereign will of the people, which is embedded in that Constitution. So these are really serious matters, and I think that it is sometimes too simplistic for people to give the impression that the Supreme Court has made a statement and therefore, you have to go by it before you complain and so on and so forth. In this particular case, as you know, the Speaker actually took the opportunity of having his counsel go and try to set it aside.
Great, folks. So, Ushe Bebia, Ora, Chachuchikato, Difri or Diabeya. Wama a breakdown, very comprehensive breakdown. Kwanya say afenyoma kenode asem no defa. The role say Supreme Court wamuto tonyama fa. But we asem ni na kwaya to say yemoni na ngu because asem we on maka ka. Enye bibie hu sa o. No. Eya bribi na aba na MPP for nim say they are shortening their numbers, their majority. Tino, yempel. One the Supreme Court, I say caterpillar. You the Romney Bunome Gunia for away near Quenoanum. Just to me say one day will come. We'll revisit this issue more. Yawagana mube hunsemekaya. Now, Chachuche Katekana say no. He again cited the powers also vested in the Speaker by the Constitution and therefore can cite the Supreme Court judges also for contempt of Parliament. Chachuche Katanfe ho or say Speaker no subet ya cite judges no motete ono womoso for them contempt of Parliament. So more being an address after Supreme Court there Parliament is also an autonomous body. Parliament is a master of the rules and the game. Take a listen to Chachuche Kata.
When you say that someone is talking about taking the Speaker to court for contempt and so on and so forth, the Speaker also has within the Constitution the power to hold people up for contempt of Parliament. So, are we going to find ourselves in a situation where the Speaker is also going to have powers to commit for contempt, and the Speaker also uses or tries to use those powers? I don't think it helps anybody to have what you rightly called, a kind of power battle where everybody is trying to stand on their, sort of high horse. Because ultimately, when you do that, the country suffers, and frankly, I think your own reputation suffers. And I want to give an example of the way that the reputation of courts can suffer.
And when we say Constitution, one year provisions in Kwama, only the Supreme Court. No, the Constitution also makes provision for the Speaker. As long as Amabeka Sasim we pense, even Parliament committee bia ukotranswa, ukotran parliamentary committee bia, so that committee automatically is like a high court, and that committee can cite you for contempt of Parliament. Oh yes. What about the Speaker? Enti adina ye no mo bi nya na anape meeting na a senior lawyer bi wo krom ha wo ya analysis bi o radio so e ora Kofi Bentil. Now, Kofi Bentil na sema what can say? The Supreme Court has spoken, and that just say ya madina is so for Supreme Court there. Just say ye sisi asuo ye bie ye nio ya edem. As long as Supreme Court be kasa, Supreme Court ne kasa, possibility say two things may happen: either we catch cold or we go to bed. How? The law was made by man or man made by the law. Which one? How? It is a Supreme Court here, if it is not in consonance with the practices of law, should we just accept that it is a Supreme Court? It is Supreme Court to say, and ne, was sorry, Abetran say Ghana for, was Shem say Yenda 6 o'clock. We just have to abide by this. I mean, where? How? What logic is in this? And Kofi Bentil went further to say, as long as the likes of Cynthia Morrison and Trokrata and Femba so resign, now Supreme Court ebe declares Omunko Parliament in Koyong business. That is all about it. And I'm saying, how? But then again, listen to Supreme Court for. And then I just say Supreme Court, Mokache MPP say, go and amend your party's constitution, Article 3, Article 9, which says, anybody biara ube taking such a position, the laws of the party says automatically you forfeit your membership. As they say, the likes of Cynthia Morrison and Nipa Mienu, Womuja Henfa. Just say, Adewe a small logical. Now, so MPP for no lose majority of your unity, and I'm other than that, Munim said they are more. Because all speakers from Abena and to Tom Rana Saram said that, and I some way soon copy baby so sada. Why are you doing this? A senior member of the Inc. fraternity expressed surprise over Minority Leader Kwaku Annan refusal to sit on the minority bench. Journalist Penibi Adenian Wawa on Tia Sentia Kwaku Annan entering Kotra minority akunyaso, but a bra who say Kwaku Annan reasons ni hu adwiri ni kakra. Journalist Beya, take a listen to this.
Mama can't they're so interrelated in this country. Oh, Charlie, Massa. Yeah. The majority leader in Parliament. What kind of people have been? Anchor. But it's almost the same report what the big guy did, the new crusading guy. Okay. The majority leader in Parliament, Alexander Kwaku Annan, has made it clear that he will never sit in the seat of minority leader due to what he describes as spiritual reasons. What is spiritual here? It's an interpretation of some interpretation of the constitution and then no what some crowd here for no market. Was it for spiritual reasons? And today they be spiritual reasons. Hey! That's what I mean. With just 3 weeks left to the December general elections, Afenyo Makin asserted that it will be unwise and symbolically improper for him to occupy that seat. Or no? According to Afenyo Makin, sitting in the minority leader seat will be tantamount to leading his caucus into a minority position in parliament. No science, no logic, nothing. This experiment is something he's unwilling to do, as it will carry negative connotations both politically and spiritually. Kwabi, the Supreme Court up and down in a reason in you.
Both politically
and spiritually.
How person already on spiritually?
The Constitution in our chair, and then you say, "Who be person share Constitution in your country?" Minister Susukabre, I remember. I will never sit on that seat, he declared. I will never sit on that seat. He declared, underscoring his firm stand. He further urged the Speaker of Parliament to take action and ensure that the opposition National Democratic Congress members of Parliament return to their designated seats. Spiritual.
According to Mibra Penny, Kwesi Pratt Jr. No nim sesana sunsum kabre ena abadinum. Unim sunsum kabre. Hey, folks, unbelievable. But you see, Adebu Amoma Yemfe Niagro, in all of this, na ye pushy Supreme Court angle, no. Question maybe said the governing New Patriotic Party say, and so Sesiano, Diamube said, are you going to amend your party's constitution now? A photo cited by the Frontline described how desperate candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, together with the running mate Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, lying prostrate before chiefs and begging for power. Me who ade we mi yam sheme keke se empenifo we ni mo power keke amu pentino. You go there, lie prostrate before chiefs, begging them for what? Power. No. Things are going quite bad though, is it not? Take a listen to this.
Sitting for power. Because everyone's the same thing I was the same thing all power that we have to after you was time for who die for him. They have voted the because we now want you should call me say my master or please Nana, you are destroying your reputation and you are destroying my reputation. It's what I'm carrying, and we are all happy with it. And then only that I'm telling you, you can never ever be president in this country. You and Napopo can never ever be president in this country. And I said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, because we credibility together, you deserve to be president in this country.
Candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia or the form flat. He's lying prostrate or the ho. And an running mate, you know. Aye napo or no so the ho. Women added the ho. Sisram power. Women hear power. But we say there to me here. But when power is slipping out of my hands, these are the things that Emma Moyeni Omasa. Second Lady Samira Bawumia has distorted some economic figures. Although her husband is an economist, she, however, messed up. Mami Samire, where second lady you, Nikunu, Aya Alhaji Muhammadu Baumia, and Suya economist in Tijanyano. At least Suya Kakre, Suya economics, Suya Kakra. But it looks as though only Kuneti ho, that's when Suya dear. And once all messy figures and just like that. Figures bang and walk a kaboom misano. Samira. Take a listen to Samira.
Let's watch the video. Let's watch the video.
President Kufuor city no 1.2.
Okay.
And now over 8 years no. Omo city no to 4.2. More than 300% increase. The dollar to city is 5.4. If NDC were managing the economy, it drew 12 points, baby.
Let's watch the video. Let's watch the video.
President Kufuor city no 1.2.
Okay.
And now over 8 years no. Omo city no to 4.2. More than 300% increase. The dollar to city is 5.4. If NDC were managing the economy, it drew 12 points, baby.
Ajegon and Kwe. That's just Samira Baumia Nikunia economist. No better Honswa and Sama Walker Kachin. Folks, I feel me the Mudru, babya, a ho e hunkakra. Earlier, I called on the National Security Coordinator, Ayora Kwekwasmenin, Saumana Somrefiha. Na obiaso ni mowura Kwekwasmenin no, Oma nkranon to no say, yese Oma na Somra hase. But before Mekosono, se obisu nim ora Chei Mensa Bonsu. Chei Mensa Bonsu. Any ora Joseph Osewusu a monka nchrom so omo mama so emra hase. Yeah. Now, tonight, this is not part 2 of the cocaine saga, but this is the Frontline latest intelligence. Yede eba ewo cocaine wa aircraft mienu edibesi Kotoka International Airport. Moma yenhwe aircraft na eba Kotoka hono. Moma yenhwe sa aircraft nti mofa ento screen is my na Ghana for no ehum. Sa aircraft here that screen is see. These are 2 flagged Gulfstream aircraft belonging to the United States. Minimum ka say aircraft we esi Kotoka International Airport. Ebelande wo Ghana hanu a cocaine eshe aircraft we mu ebiom ebra aircraft we ba no ebesi airport ho ya man permit bia but o manage lande ye. Na nadwi ye wonsem bia ye de ba betoto epono so. Tonight, as munim, that was on Wednesday, the Frontline released the first expose on the 2 U.S. flagged Gulfstream aircraft landed with cocaine and landed at Kotoka International Airport. And the Frontline, of course, soon will release the second episode of these investigations. But tonight, our questions are de betuon me pacho Monhwehwe National Security Coordinator no Ayora Kwaku Asmenin na monfa ne picture emra. Tonight, our questions to the National Security Coordinator Ayora Kwaku Asmenin would be for him to help this program Frontline to answer the following questions here de ba BBC bisano. Nti monfa National Security Coordinator no ne pictures emfemra na munye aircraft no in free ho. Now, our first questioner yebisa ora Kwaku Asmenin is that is he behind the landing of the 2 flagged Gulfstream aircraft belonging to the United States? that landed at Kotoka International Airport, can he confirm or deny that the 2 aircraft landed at Kotoka International Airport? He, Kwaku Asmenin, knows something. Can he confirm or deny that he ordered the aircraft to land at Kotoka International Airport? Can he confirm or deny it? The National Security Coordinator, Kwaku Asmenin, Mompe ne picture and femra. Yeah. Number 2. Will the National Security Coordinator, Mr. Kwaku Asmenin, confirm or deny that his tenure in office had expired, and of course expired on the 8th of August 2024, and he is still at post? Question remain. You want the pictures for your system as quick as possible. Now, his tenure in office expired on the 8th of August 2024. Question remain. So, under what authority is Mr. Kwaku Asmenin, the National Security Coordinator, under what authority is he going to coordinate the national assignment, which is the national events and the general elections coming? Me say, ne office Eduma oyo as a National Security Coordinator no ne time I expire. Ne tenure in office expired on the 8th of August 2024. Or that's so office or anti elections na no the general elections no ora Kwaku Asmenin, is he going to coordinate the elections as a National Security Coordinator of this country when his office actually tenure had expired? All the political parties, very serious. First question, Yebisano, Ombe confirm and answer on deny, say, aircraft mienuna ebe lande Kotoka Airport no, ono normal permit and answer nyonwa. Yeah, our hands are close up on many things. The National Security Coordinator. Ebio, they are tossing me answer. Ahana huno. Hu papa. Editina me se mon friend nipa mienu mreme. Ora Joseph Osei Wusu. And ora Chei Mensa Bonsu momo masomra ha. Will the National Security Coordinator Kwaku Asmenin confirm or deny that, quote, there was a naked wire tapping, unquote? Me say, would he confirm or deny that Kwaku Asmenin or Dasono? Would he confirm or deny that there was, quote, there was a naked wire tapping, unquote, on the following persons: Honorable Chei Mensa Bonsu and Honorable Joseph Osei Wusu? And the intelligence gathered on the 2 persons were pretty disturbing. And there was an attempt to blackmail these 2 persons. And Honorable Chei Mensa Bonsu immediately had no option but than to step down as the then majority leader in Parliament. And shortly after he left the post, he stepped down. Chei Mensa Bonsu never ever mounted any spirited pushback for that position. Mokai, yes, Anadui, the customer chiramo. And when Chei Mensa Bonsu resigned from the post, the next person will take his post. I want Kwaku Asmenin to come out, confirm or deny that you don't know anything about the 2 people. Chei Mensa Bonsu and Honorable Joseph Osei Wusu may say, Kwaku Asmenin, come and confirm, sir, you did not tap their phones and you were eavesdropping on their conversations, and something came out of that. You had a lot of intelligence report about the 2 persons. And all that you have to do was to ensure, say, Chei Mensa Bonsu resign, step down from that post. True or false? Come and tell us one of it. And Ghana for Abras asem ni siwie no Chemensa Bonsu went quietly and never mounted any spirited pushback. And based there, I know so many of you have heard Chemensa Bonsu is very quiet. Munim intelligence Papa we Kwaku he gathered on Chemensa Bonsu. Do you know what he uncovered? The intelligence he gathered about them, and he wanted to blackmail them. Kwaku, is this true or it is not true? We have everything. And then Honorable Joseph Osei-Wusu, what did you get about him? Folks, as I'm say about my dear, the information he gathered about Chemensa Bonsu and Joseph Osei-Wusu, I don't know, maybe I may put that information out. Yeah? Maybe I may put that information out. But I'm waiting for National Security Coordinator to come out and deny, say, he did not put any wire tapping, any naked wire tapping on those two top members in the governing New Patriotic Party, Chemensa Bonsu, and then Honorable Joseph Osei-Wusu. Yes, Kwaku, I want you to come out and tell me that's not true. Come and confirm or deny it. Sure. Me say, Mamenka se mi jamo. Sa party we MPP wo. Me donya me say, Eda MPP beko opposition. Ghanaians, listen to me well and read my lips. Eda MPP beko opposition. I swear the heavens. And you may be see was our party mo mu be that. Ghanaians, me say, and you ma e be see ewo MPP mu mu be that. Monty be that. Brace yourselves. Finally, on Kwaku Asumeni, will Mr. Kwaku Asumeni confirm or deny that about 150 recruitment have been scouted, gone for medicals, and ready to push them to BOG, Bank of Ghana, ahead of election 2024? There is a lady from the national security domain whose medicals, including urine, was completed a week just yesterday. And on Monday, we shall bring or put out the full detail of this recruitment, including this lady in question. May say, Kwaku Asumeni, come and confirm or deny. Say, I feel my recruitment to be a recruitment. And nipa maku saying 150 people. And I'm going to Bank of Ghana. I'm ahead of elections. For reasons we say, any government to be particularly if the NDC wins, Namuko Bank of Ghana, Sa Nkrofu Inaguha as their spies. Yeah, the new bank now, we see no Bank of Ghana no, eyo modiano, ohoni yedu omukwaku guo. Now, Sa Nkrofu woma medical say we push omu na akwhye bank ho. They are all undercover spies. Now, a rebel so ho say rano ono susu fi national security ho. Enra me mfa wudi ma o. But on Monday, I'm going to bring the full list, the dossier about that recruitment, including the lady. Also free national security. Everything about this woman, need in a picture, everything. I'm going to put everything out there. Question: come and confirm or deny this. Bank of Ghana. Tonight, folks, I want the National Security Coordinator to talk. By the way, Netanyahu in office expired sometime when? 8 August. Why is he still in office? Now, the political parties are national exercise way. Are you aware that the National Security Coordinator or that screen is Netanyahu in office had expired, and yet he's going to coordinate the general elections? Aren't you scared? NDC, CPP, PNC, all of you, aren't you scared? that the nation's national security coordinator, the tenure in office had expired, yet he's quietly hiding there. Because elections from a player atoya ne esinenai so. Yet he's not supposed to be in office. Are you aware? Are you aware? NDC, we are aware say national security coordinator no the office and says what now. Are you aware? In actual sense, next so omode General Kotia and no omode neko. Minim why enter General Kotia yam fananko and Kwaku Annan continue to occupy the office. Folks, asam kesiye bi ba. Na onyame aduma wo Monday. Hey, sesi anwo between how many days? I can say so 22 days so akosi 1st December. Hey Rade, I'm going to release the most sensitive report. Bonia akosu o memu ha. Boni crime or naked crime akosu o memu ha say by this national security coordinator. Na me pese anadwi wo tiemi a o meka ne kwese me say Honorable Joe Wise any Mensa Bonsu, he did not place any naked wire tapping on them. He should come and tell me say nyanekwe and the crime so meka. And folks, a group here cost munim and young grovo in crowd. There are several people they've tapped their wire, they've wire tapped them. And I'm going to say me phone utia nkwasi akeka nkwa na betie. Kwaku Annan Brana be ka kire say aircraft na see airport ho no wo na wo ma permit ananya wa. But medical cocaine dey na be si na ade bi amenti ase kire say one person who was interdicted in this cocaine case, one gentleman, me boni din last, the Ora, Eric Nati, also known as Chairman Dollar. Now listen, Chairman Dollar, per my intelligence, knows nothing about this cocaine in this aircraft, nothing. By the way, Ghana, for including journalists, for a more church or report on a munim. Do you know, say aircraft in the Belandi? One person. The whole airport, nobody had information about the aircraft, yet the aircraft was sitting at the tarmac. Nobody, including the national security force, didn't have any information about the aircraft. This aircraft. It took the same man, Eric Nate Yabua, also known as Chairman Dollar, to write a report, a full report about the aircraft and the Konya Faso aircraft and Lande Wahase. Everything. And then he gave his report to the national security force. Oh yes. Yet, that same man not sure report about the aircraft is the same man. The NPP are trying to what? Vilify and destroy him. Say, onim cocaine hubi. Can you imagine this? Nipa no cultural report in Mamunu. Ne cocaine cryera. Ya evacuate cocaine cry kodida. Can you imagine? Now, guess what? Guess what? This is the nice man or tini baby or yene jumao. Or yene jumao. Now, Shadio. Senya boni na mo pese mu diditia. Ayora Eric Nate Yabua. Guess what? Another incident is here. Who said? Now Eric Nate Yabua has been reinstated. Meaning say onye boni bia. But uni madiem. When Minister for Roads Kwaku Annan Esiama Echo Parliament Assurance Committee. No? The committee asked him, say, why won't you put a public statement to clear this man? Because my reinstated. No? Minister Ntimia answers Asem Ewo Okuja to him. Besi na menemo kasia. There is no statement clearing Ora Eric Nate's image. And Kwaku, the question baby son say, what is happening within the MPP? You can't match Ora Chemanatinu. Muntibi matching one answer. Is it somebody all frightened mom? Is it somebody all cause say stay in the party? I muntibi handle no. And I'm aware say meeting be cause with the top excellence be with MPP moi. Adibisi wo meeting asema amanfo kra no wo mo banke doors edwane ekoye because of this guy, because nipe bi pe na say no. Hey, all this cocaine asema ye de betu ni na ne so no are lies. Now on say o kan o report ni ba bia the CCTV camera purported say capture papa you know papa free akonifie. Then the nakop lady no so inside. Question is be so ebane saying and a nakop lady no was arrested no there and then my reinstated no. So onya bonia adan na reinstated na mu wi mo pese wi ase be hu say the man has been reinstated. You just want to destroy his credibility. Quick question, what do you know about the aircraft so tarmac no the two flagged United States Gulfstream aircraft? What do you know about it? Yeah, trail. But the quick question we need to see here. Afiyemra, an alleged coup plot. And then so AC Ghana. Now tonight, the Frontline show throws the following questions to Chief of Staff Madam Frema Osei Opare to confirm the following items or deny them. 1. We are asking Madam Frema Opare to confirm or deny that she wrote a letter to Chief of Defense Staff to why Chief of Defense Staff General Opon Pepra to abdicate his position following an alleged coup plot allegedly orchestrated by General Opon Pepra. Mami Frema Opare mi bisa wasem we. Eya ne krese wo tro krata e di koma Chief of Defense Staff General Opon Pepra say mate say coup bi ba na sa coup no ono no shem. Na so later mo ye mo hwehwem no mo ko hu say no enye General Opon Pepra and oba be coup and that he knows nothing about this coup plot. Mami Frema Opare, we want you to come and tell us say ampa otro krata na wanchro. So what tro ya maybe so say ehwehwemu ben and mo ye ya ansa na mo tro krata no e dey akoma Chief of Defense Staff Opon Pepra. Number 2, will Madam Frema Opare confirm or deny that following this development, the President, His Excellency Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, called the Chief of Defense Staff to his office, and it was at the office it became apparent that he knew nothing about this alleged coup plot. Ebra and Semsem Nebasano Afi, on my Peninankasa, Efre, the Chief of Defense Staff General Opon Pepra at the Nebane office and in Bedim Komo. And Komodianimunu Afi President who said no. His Chief of Defense Staff knows nothing about this coup plot. Ni narano, it was a conspiracy to what? Oust the Chief of Defense Staff from the office. Bonia, ne ni pebi peso muye sa boneno, etia Chief of Defense Staff. Now so Muna momote Jubilee House one anya hwehwemu ehu say this is it oh. And amuja and my CEO is just right there at my office and giving me thumbs up. And who is this? Mr. Kwesi Chei Dakwa. Yes, Kwesi, salute. He's giving me thumbs up. Yes. Folks, and some name. Can you imagine, say, at the end of the day, President at the Papa Ban office, and the BP say, hey, Opon Pepra, yes, you cool. Nasana cool, no nim hoshe. On nim hoshe, no. Na information, Ako Chief of Defense Staff, no that I said, on your day, or abdicating the post. How? I mean, why? Me pacho we dia kwekwas me monfa ne nto nchen. Monfa Chief of Staff nemra. Now, the third question ye bisa. Will Madam Frema Opare confirm or deny that there were top military officers led by an army general named withheld, Mimunidin, an army general who were in readiness to declare state of emergency in Ghana? True or false? Mame, come and confirm or deny. Sir, I feel one say there was another Army General, Army Generally, together with some military officers, were ready to declare state of emergency in Ghana. Come and tell me, say, you are lying. Yes. I want Mami of Fremont Pare to come out and tell the whole country, say, yes, there were some group of top military officers led by an army general. They just almost about declaring state of emergency. As our state of emergency, declare them. The chief of defense staff, Eyora Pompepra, knew nothing about it. Ghana for Munim Dieba. What we say? Bosume be se miensa. Somewhere in the month of, say, if I recall, August, Mebeka Semitremo, I think it was rather good, is it May? Mebeka Semitremo say, if the month of May, June, July, and date ne be BNCA in Shankan Safiwa, and yes, sir, there will be a lot that will be blazing in our territorial airspace. That was the time I na me Kwaku see me papa. Meka Semitremo, se mommy empire in Radier. There were lots going on. Are you aware? And I want you aware. But me person Mami Fremont Pare obe confirm say Ampo a top military officers led by an army general. I don't want to mention it, but they were in readiness to declare state of emergency in this country. The chief of defense staff, Oro Pompepra, knew nothing about it. Yet there was a grand conspiracy to make it look as if this fine army general was behind the coup plot. Meanwhile, Pompepra knew nothing about it. There is also an allegation on Mami Fremont Pare said Mami Fremont Pare had written a letter to chief of defense staff to say, I'm sorry, the post. So we have everything. Now, there are also Semiensa and 9. Will Mami Fremont Pare confirm or deny that lately there has been serious friction, Ghanaians, listen, a serious friction between Chief of Shadi Wenso, the friction between Chief of Army Staff, a friction between Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Defense Staff. Yeah. There's a massive friction. And this friction is between Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Defense Staff over some recruitment by Chief of Army Staff into some strategic locations or positions to help the governing New Patriotic Party win elections. And the move was met with the fierce resistance, or if you like, the fierce toughness. Yeah. The chief of army staff, Munimino, go and look for him. Yes. The chief of army staff, only chief of defense, chief of army staff, and chief of defense, chief of defense staff. Two positions, me and ya deba kuo. Sam penifui and to kwakesia abeda hono, and yen to kwaketwa. Now, upon Pepra, a chief of defense staff, and to Kobe friction bang and a course between or no any army, say chief of army staff, a assembly. Now, there is an intelligence suggesting say the chief of army staff episode recruitment bill. The some recruitment or the some microphone some strategic locations within the military. All toward NPP winning these elections. Now, Chief of Defense Staff, no ye penini, says I know what you should know, na ntobeka na no atum. Enu a creative friction kese. Ewo womuntem. Die ntina say basa. Why? I have a lot of respect, a great respect, Emma Oro Pompepra. And I know, say, all the attempt to make it look like, say, Oro Pompepra and Opeso Stage Kuno, all of this were lies, were untruth, but because they were the ground swelling, the ground was swelling, almost said, they nearly took over this country. I'm telling you, Ghanaians, what the Uda na wada. Traha? Wada na wada. Now so sa coup na no mo dey ba no. They nearly declared state of emergency. Papa no onim ho hwe. And yet they made it look as though say Oro Pompepra was the guy behind this coup plot. No. And I'm going to tell you Ghanaians, say, look, this is a guy who has kept this country together. And of course, very instrumental in our stability in this country. Yes. He has kept this country together and also very instrumental in the stability of this country. Yet, Bone amudi wahonti, Bone, no mubedi Bone ne di asheno. And they started publishing a lot of articles about him, saying he's the one behind coup. No. He knew nothing about it. And when President Akufo-Addo got to know, said no, Chief of Defense Staff, he got shocked. Oh yes, folks. Tonight, Mami Frema Pare, ye person we issue a statement. Say, Ampa, there was an alleged coup plot. Say, alleged or yo. This coup makers we, they nearly declared state of emergency. Babeka che Ghana for say ne kra na enya ne kra. The EPC etiano no. But this report, we have another explosive one coming in the shortest possible time. Ghana for enyema mo beti no ho. But tonight, me didn't see her, and I will tell you that the Frontline show is waiting patiently for the answers. Answers from Kwaku Annan, answers from Mami Chief of Staff, Mami Frema Pare. Me call short break, me bab. I'm going to present to you, yet, another relative of President Danko Akufo-Addo also launched a scathing attacks against Akufo-Addo. Said, "Ninsam kemuno ose eni pebi a wo ye President Akufo-Addo ebusuafo no so ye busuani epene kunu die ntia." All this and more coming up closely at the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. I am Kwaku Annan. I'll be right back. Stick and stay. Folks, welcome back, and of course this is Ghana Speaks Extension, and in this edition we are about to listen to an encounter of this family member of Akufo-Addo. And idea we but my main kind message me be Robert Aigbo say, do we have Chief of Defense Staff or Defense Minister? We have Chief of Defense Staff. What's your name? Robert, go and search it out. We have Chief of Defense Staff, and then we also have Chief of Army Staff. Okay, they are all there. So go and then learn this very well. Aisha Mohammed will say, God have mercy on Ghana. Victoria will say, JM all the way. Afioba Recuse will say, what a shame, Kwaku. I'll say, I foolishly voted for Nanado for the 4 years, but now I have regretted. The bottom, I've regretted the bottom of my heart. I didn't foresee any from anywhere that Nanado was such a blah 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 blah. Okay, also Kwaku, you are the best. Also, you are a key breaker. You are bold and simply say it as it is, brother. Go, we shall vote all those and these mafias out. The current MPP executive are all criminals. Negan Paulo say, with all due respect, just want to let you know you are doing well and salute your effort. All right, Isaac Paddy will say, only God will judge them and their family too. George Nabafo say, hey, Baolaya, what a big shame. Killer, or say Killer King promise. Samuel Owusu say, Kwaku Annan, I say the speaker has no right to remove any MP from parliament. I said the party's constitution infringes on Ghana's constitution for freedom of association. Lady Julius Osikudos Kwaku, you are a great journalist. Wishing you more blessings. Okay, Bibre kwa, but my member can kind. We will have yemeye adiebi will say quick. Well, say hello, Kwaku Annan. In fact, the Ghana Armed Forces have disappointed Ghana. Period. Are they not defenders of our democracy? We are not safe. If Baumia wins, follow Ghanaians vote against MPP December 7 before it is too late. Fellow Ghanaians, our dear nation under serious attack. Thomas Nodeba will say the verdict from the Supreme Court is a very straight one, and when you digest it, they decided to swerve the issue. The verdict creates more chaos than a solution. They say you can only vacate a seat when you change parties. It makes the future very chaotic. Jalud from Bolgatanga. Hey, Bolgatanga, Zuarungu, and Odebaye. Also, I would advise you to just forget about Baumia and dentist. They have never made sense to even their own family members, talking from experience. Hi, bro. May God protect you. Arise Ghana, arise Ghana. Kukrumoti will talk as for Samira, forget her. They are all blah 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 the word. Okay, folks. For time in tea. President Adodan Kwaku Annan, Master and some wo na and I dreaming here ready say me yin some we go. But ora kwekwas me ni de me pese obeka ne kra bia na obedi asem bi mu entro de kire say ora Joe Wise 10 men sabonsu me say or the wire tapping at omo so and on fa wire tapping into omo so kwekwas me ni come and tell your truth or come and lie in the coming days. See the be red December. Next week Monday any de be hyasie ahabe butubutu keke me pese me bote picture tie asemwa akufadu ankasa enuyen asema wo ka kire me no ne Ghana for asemwa media for I say say yente any ya den I say media for them pese me ma do attention, but a lot is in this very skilled in attacks. Take a listen to Akufado's own relative talking to you and I. Listen to this.
We got some information and we put it out there. Master, I'm this year and Emma in what AD Emma enjoy privilege. Emma catches a privilege and stress. And one said, I mean, Kwasi, if it's not future, catches if you movie, can't say, so can't be my mama. I'm both. What by number that test you, Mamma, if you are with them, no person down within them, or not to buy squatters. Huh? A quite fast for law school, a quite fast here, my enemy now. Master, I'm being a cup of pan, a literature. A dija, time I need a cry, and here, one day, at 2 parts, don't we come for it. I quite want to know yak, somebody to trust them. Then they real nest, America, was Saniska. Okodi drag the liar, and not talk a Chrysler man, so talk out. And I want to be the and this is everybody. Onya, the young fella, we've been through, we've done that. When we're doing some freaking shit for the party, and Yama party, you know, a bravo, Indian said to a party, a sick guy, a common for a woman sick because of this party. Maybe I am born with Jimmy. Did you watch your who call it 23? Out to see a bono. Double man Zoe was one man, but to the first time I ever got arrested because the family made 1.8 million cities, 1991. And the break out. And I make what we gold and gold mines because my mom had equipment at Konongo gold mines and Obuasi gold mines. Now I'm watching Chesa, we gave it to the government. We made boys are bread. I started invisible forces, Delta forces. I started Delta, what do you call it? What's the name of the company? The eye triggered down with Truman, Savannah, all these guys. We started things. Nothing happened. Oroku, at a week, we spent over $35,000 for the party. And you years ago, I never went to anybody for money. These elections, last minute, is coming the same. Obianji, Mamma Capre. Because there's a love of the party or love of Kufuor. na nkɔfoɔ bi ayɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo deɛ ɔmo hia kyɛ obi obetumi spend 2.3 million ɛwɔ ɛyie ho whatever he spends his own cup of tea. Master, we want Ghana to succeed. Now, your brain boys are brave. We are going to organize a demonstration for the foot soldiers. I just say, boys are brave and confirm the campaign. Charm my phone executives so what the HSS do, and then you open the credit. And these people, they know us by name. Sometimes no one will take power, and no one someone to me. No, we have maybe a fee. God, you should not come on and see the way. No, everyone is an army. Yo, we are going to do what is right for Ghana and what's right for the party. So, we try to our children. We try to or 2-4. The air force will add time. And what sort of greediness? Now, what you must put to sugar on this sour ship. Suddenly, I'm a local star, baby. I prefer one of the Uko have about me. Suddenly, you prefer one. Now, we are for the action watching. Na baby, o que me cobre? Não há qualquer contrato. O contrato é uma pessoa faz não foi a contrato não cobria. Adem. Kofa banche huyo. Atamo sabaye huye. Tomama baye huye. Na o Jejoro sabaye huye. Ghana was for all of us. When the amount to ye, company back to your program. Those are cost be a winning home. If it be your spread, bones of 1 point and they got what we call your spread. How can somebody do a deal, so called a Japan deal, conflict of interest? Now, what to company one? A company one that you are also affiliated with. Hey, now what you supposed to do for Egypt, Master? Papa no tell you so far. Now you that from omo with the chi and omo one head na bro. Up till now, Chimay no, you timi be bia ma Chimay. Musa mo so Chimay, Master, e ko no near foko, e mo Chimay. Not one single thing. You only do one idea. Many are full coach. I'm full small time say. Again, the president watch by so you couldn't stay away. And also, what is the guarantee of contestant? And if you have a form of contestant, why is she watching by? Nothing. You can't see a can book it. Most of what we hear no ma. Masemo munavufo mutu nsuku amanfam ya sawa she masa ya pray mubokuya munkuye ye ka am enjo na ya bo chida ko ofurata wa hiya dodom kwa me dan ko ofurata me ba platform yi bi so ene na ebe ni problem ya tsadi ya so ya mamunkuye masa Ghana bai si ya hweye ma fe ne suwa wa hwe ofurata bi na na kufa bi na obi aban bi. But we are living a legacy for our children. We will let you guys destroy us because of your selfish ambitions and goals. Master, now men come home. Now someone is coming on your name. You're company now worth about 200 or 100 and something million dollars. It's now worth about 1.8 million dollars. I'm dang, and then one I'm open. Those young people, one microphone, on one information about. Because I thought was sure was here. Mama abandoned and let me see. Information and then your mama life. External and I church. Master, on behalf of the country, on behalf of Chimay, on behalf of Santamay, maybe my media crab refused to do. No pie, Kwame Danko for Santini, Chimney. And it's a son to be a. The pro for a woman, the Kumi. What's your young friend, Yago? A day, the young man was a phobia. Addition, and not from one. It's enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We will bring out their deals, their transactions. Just private just some form of Sunday Mamako. For 1 night, we know everything. The fact is that it's our boys, it's our people. They just the private just some form of Mamako. Yeah, for. They'll try to intimidate me, they'll try to kill me. But I'm not screwing grab the beer and I'm not going to we are here for good, and we're going to make it happen for the future generations. It doesn't matter whether you think you are worth 400 million, 500 must be friendly. Me and the Bushi, FM says, Mammy, family, and Mammy can't answer them. And so, what assassin works and houses. I will come to Manabushi for Echo Tree, a assassin. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a one case. I made from or catch yourself and they will fuck me up. Oh, be friendly. I have the recording. And catch yourself if I do, they will put the bullets in my head. Or he knows of nobody said anything. Not that person. They made the case like when somebody threatened my life and threatened my brother's life. What sort of government? When did we start governing people? When did the Kufa who was supposed to stand for freedom, rights, integrity, and credibility start fighting people? What the hell are we talking about? This is Ghana. This is Ghana. I'm ready to stand up against everybody. So this is a war of one day. I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for Ghana. Actually, what this is a war. I achieve for the Osei, the operators, and I achieve for there was a time when my brothers and other things started talking. They claimed that I was the one behind it. I wasn't the one behind it, but this time my name is Angel. Nanaya Wachina Ofreta. Shortly Angel Ofreta. I am talking. We know those are money, but we know everything. And the Mukona Pedi. And Mukoya, Japan, action for Kwaku. Now, Sanford, no one to huh? Muko evaluate and appraise the value of the gold in Ghana. You did it at $1 billion. The original appraisal was about $6.something billion. I'm not going to say GDO. Every appointment that is going on in this Ghana is connected to one person. The minister is one. Hey, master. Whatever inferiority or whatever complexes you guys have, and you can't another anymore. Mama, the things you guys couldn't do it for all your life, you are trying to use it 5 years or 8 years to achieve everything. And then, yeah, bro. And then, come here, Becca. Mubia, Mupam, yeah, bro. The Juju idea, I mean, no, we may do more outside of the make us say. No. We got the way more busy. Glasses and one. This is the voice within. We are going to also talk. Get some university. Get some will be a Yabobra and Yesika party. Yesika Master. 2007. Mepakana Bayer campaign. My campaign for me. 2008. I did campaign. The coin and the mortgage company was millions of dollars. But we lost. And I went back and revived myself. 2012. When the congressmen and senators came to Ghana, we invested. And that way, so many people just yes, men. Yes, I'm going to ministries. To baby, I'm can't sound with me. Obi, I want to watch. Now, again, as a fucker, Obi, Padia, somebody who you probably have appointment. And then I can't fail. As when I was Obi, yeah, about your guys, Obi above your throne. We are money. Oba, you know, she's talented in Rasta, and move. Oba, you. I don't know,
folks, Angelo Foriata, Enuma Semno Diabetuano. I know some of you have heard or have seen this footage somewhere, and there's a need for us to do a throwback. Neyeshe emunsem se etisɛn and walk canon. Iranum. On my name, yes, Shibao, a brick a crea kaya, yedi jai men yagro. O pia yashe ye, oba e pia yashe ye. One kasa u pia yashe ye. Yep. My main kind message me and so as well. I say hello, bro. May God protect you. Arise, arise, Ghana, Kukrumoti. Under Akufo-Addo's government since 20 years today, Black Star never qualified for AFCON. He's busy commissioning his statue. Hey, Ghana, youths, are we going to keep quiet till when? Youth, arise up. Sikadie basa basa basa. Good evening, Kwaku. It is only when a frog falls into hot water that realize there are two kinds of water. Then people should get ready for more mishaps within the party. I can anticipate more distractions within the party if they lose the elections. Gaddafi from Tamale. Hey, party co-positioner. Hey, yes. Tonight, folks, midimube siha na ensemble de matibia said there's some motel. Monday, something is coming. And your questions na me baby sir chief of staff no. Efasa coup plot no. Dia me pesa aban mo ye ne say munyi mani free chief of defense staff no so eyo ra upon pepra. He's such a nice person or ye ne dwuma. Kwaku Asumeni Branabe confirm say aircraft na see airport one cocaine do say na gum. And the cocaine, you know, mysteriously has been evacuated. Ome confirm say aircraft no on one kasa and on my order aircraft in ABC tarmac no so. And then woman dey akwashe Air Force Base. But may I say finally say the United States government is monitoring the situation closely, and I am aware that the US government got so angry and told President Akufo-Addo to sack the National Security Coordinator. And they say, no, yeah. We are sitting on a lot of intel, so we are sitting on a lot. Folks, na me kwa kwa jima home. Monday, hey! Monday, brace yourself. But she knows a program we eda so eda YouTube wo na wo kwa menya kwadro nya wonkwa na wo be share manipe na wo so wo hwe no na wo share ede ma won namfofo unuanom or brothers and sisters share with them so na bibia intimnya kama wate program na da so da YouTube nto kwa share share it with friends. Nemum answer our share and subscribe to our channel and I see a link. Send a program be also be in temp nebi piano added an aquemo. Of course, we are also gauging the space about Speaker Bagbin will reconvene Parliament or not. Parliament eba NDC for number call. One Matthias on Meko minority and Montiase and MPP for say gauge the space. Are you butu and also we are picking intel. Are you hey between our elections? I don't know, but folks, me the move see Hanamako break. Mr. Great guys ebo me chidom, Keynes Campbell ebo me chidom, and then of course the man himself, credible up there doing the magic, and then executive producer Yao Yamba. It's in the northern region. I will gauge space in the northern region. Or maybe you better touch base with him maybe next week or near what is going on in the northern belt or as far as election concern. And then Joshua also MIA back and maybe Bia Kokoye. Of course, Kofi Ansa is online, is an editor at large. Kofi Kofi Ejiri is the director of research on also boy me timidity program no Ebrel Mabibia Kamaka. My name still remain Kwaku Annan. Until same time I come your way Monday, please go back and watch the program and call a friend, a brother, send the links to them, let them all watch, and together we think and talk and make a sense of it all. Bye for now. Great weekend.